So in today's class we shall discuss the nomenclature of alcohols. So any organic compound can be named in two ways. One is by common system and the other is by IUPAC system. In common system, these compounds, that is alcohols, are named as by writing the name of the alkyl group first. We have to write the name of the alkyl group followed by the word alcohol. So that is the common name or trivial name for a given alcohol. For example, CH3OH. So in this formula, it is very clear that CH3 means methyl and OH is alcohol. So if we combine these two, methyl alcohol. So in this manner, the common names for the alcohols are given, like methyl alcohol, ethyl alcohol, propyl alcohol, butyl alcohol, based on the number of carbon atoms present in the alkyl group. Again, in the same system, we will come across the words like normal, iso, secondary, tertiary, neo. These words are used as prefixes. So these words are used to distinguish the isomers. Suppose if the carbon chain in the alkyl group is in straight chain manner, then we have to use the word N. And based on the structure of that alkyl group, we will distinguish those compounds by using the words iso, secondary, tertiary and neo. So that we can discuss while solving the examples. So this is how the common names are given to the alcohols. And in IUPAC system, the corresponding alkane, parent alkane, in the name of the corresponding parent alkane, the terminal E is replaced with ol. Suppose if we take the same example, that is CH3OH. So in this, there is only one carbon in the alkyl group. This is the parent chain. So for this, corresponding alkane is methane, methane, methane. So in this name, we have to replace this terminal E with ol. Then it becomes methanol. It is methanol. Similarly, this is, so it is very clear that we have two carbon atoms in the parent chain. It is ethane and E is removed and ol. Since two alcohol groups, hydroxy groups are there on the first and second carbon. So 1, 2 diol. Ethane 1, 2 diol is the IUPAC name for this formula. So this is common system and IUPAC system way of giving names. Now let us solve some examples. The first one we have already discussed, CH3OH, methyl alcohol, methanol. So this how to write the common name and IUPAC name for this particular formula already I have explained. We'll go for second example. So in this, the alkyl group contains 3 carbon atoms. 3 means propyl. While giving common name, so propyl and alcohol. As these carbon atoms are in straight chain manner, we can write N propyl alcohol. N propyl alcohol. Let us solve first common system and then we'll go for IUPAC system. And the third example, again we have 3 carbon atoms. We will write propyl. and alcohol. But how to distinguish these two compounds, second and third? In the first compound, the OH group is attached to the primary carbon atom, whereas it is attached to secondary carbon, so that we can write even secondary propyl alcohol is also the common name for this particular formula. And iso means for this structure is called iso, CH3 CH. So since in the same formula we can have secondary and also iso, so both the names are given, both the common names for this formula. Similarly, fourth one, in this alkyl group 4 carbon atoms are there, so that will write butyl alcohol, and as the carbon atoms are in straight chain manner, that is normal N-butyl alcohol. And in the next example, again 4 carbon atoms, butyl alcohol. How to distinguish these two? In this compound, the OH is present on a secondary carbon atom. This is not iso, this is secondary. Iso means this is the iso structure, CH3 CH. So this is secondary, so secondary butyl alcohol. Again, we'll have 4 carbon atoms in the next example. 4 carbon atoms is nothing but butyl alcohol. But in case of in this formula, the OH group is present at first carbon only. But just now itself I have given the idea about iso. So this is very clear. This is an iso. So this is iso. So iso butyl alcohol. The next example. Again we have 4 carbon atoms, butyl alcohol. So butyl alcohol, but how to distinguish this with these formulas? Here the OH group is present on tertiary carbon atom. This is tertiary carbon atom because this carbon is attached to 4 alkyl groups, 3 methyl groups. 3 methyl groups. So this is tertiary butyl alcohol. So see here for butyl alcohol itself, we have 4 different isomers. N-butyl alcohol, secondary butyl alcohol, isobutyl alcohol, tertiary butyl alcohols. So what is the difference between these 4? Means their structure is different. The structure is different. In the last example, this is a common name. Commercial name for this compound is glycerol. This is glycerol. Now let us solve the IUPAC names for these formulas. The first one is already we have solved, methanol. Similarly, ethanol. The next example, 3 carbon atoms. 3 means the parent alkane is propane. So the last letter E is to be removed with OL. So propanol, propane, 1 ol, because the OH group is present on first carbon. While giving the numbers, this carbon gets least number. So propane 1 ol. Then the third one is again we have the parent alkane is propane, but the OH group is present on second carbon. Is present on second carbon. So propane 2 ol is the IUPAC name for this formula. Then the next formula, 4 carbon atoms, so butane, and E is to be removed with OL, butanol. Since that OH group is present on first carbon, butane 1 ol is the IUPAC name for this compound. Second, the next one, again we have butane ol, but the OH group is present on second carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4. So butane 2 ol, butane 2 ol. Similarly, the next one is, this is the parent chain which contains our functional group and also one substituent. So while giving numbers, we'll start from here, 1, 2, 3. So the highest number in the parent chain is 3. So propane, and the OH is present on first carbon, 1 ol, propane 1 ol, and the second carbon carries methyl, 2-methyl propane 1-ol. Similarly, the next one. So this is the parent chain. The third carbon, which carry the three carbon atoms, and one of the carbon atom carries OH and also CH3 group. So that this is 3 carbon atoms means propane, and OH group is present on second carbon, propane 2-ol, and the second carbon once again carrying methyl group, 2-methyl propane 2-ol. The finally 3 carbon atoms, propane, 3 OH groups, triol, and where they are present on all the 3 carbon atoms. So propane 1, 2, 3 triol is the IUPAC name for this formula. So this is how we will give the common names and IUPAC names for any alcohols. For common name, we have to write the name of the alkyl group, and then we have to write the name of the we have to write the alcohol. Whereas for IUPAC name, parent alkane is to be selected. For that parent alkane, we'll write the alkane, and E is removed with OL, and we'll mention the number of functional group, that is OH, which is present on which carbon atom, and then if there are any substituents, those substituents also to be mentioned, just like 2-methyl propane 1-ol, 2-methyl propane 2-ol. So in this manner, we will give the IUPAC names and common names to the given alcohol. In the next class, we will discuss the general preparation methods of alcohols.